Hello everyone and welcome to my picks for the best film of 2014. I had the honor and privilege last year to see over 250 films in the theater. I reviewed them all, and out of those I have picked 30 films that I consider the 30 best movies of 2014. Keep in mind, number 30 through number 11, I'm just going to run over really quick, just name them off, and then the final 10, I'm going to count down the final 10 and tell you why these movies, I love these films, why they're special to me, why I consider them the top 10 films of 2014. But let's get on with this countdown. Ready? Number 30, Tusk. 29, Unbroken. 28, Land Ho. 27, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. 26, The Giver. 25, Tracks. 24, Dom Hemingway. 23, A Most Wanted Man. 22, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. 21, Fury. 20, The Wind Rises. 19, X-Men, Days of Future Past. 18, The Fault in Our Stars. 17, The Theory of Everything. 16, The Lego Movie. 15, Boyhood. 14, Gone Girl. 13, Snowpiercer. 12, The Grand Budapest Hotel. 11, Selma. Alright everyone, those are number 30 through number 11. Let's get into the final top 10 films that I consider the best films of 2014. Okay, number 10, Whiplash. This movie, wow, I don't know what to say about how I felt watching it in the beginning of the film. It was touch and go for me. I love the way the movie looked. I love the music. I love the acting. But for me, it was really uneven at times. I just didn't know what to make of it. I love Miles Teller. I love J.K. Simmons. I really hope he wins the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. But the film just felt a little uneven at times with this love story. And I didn't know what to make of it, but as the movie started to unfold and envelop itself, and then when it got to the ending, which I consider the best ending I saw all year last year, those final 10 minutes of the movie had me on the edge of my seat, so emotional, so into it, that I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Incredible filmmaking. I can't wait to see what comes next from this great filmmaker. I hope he incorporates music like he did with this movie. This is one of the best films that incorporates great acting, great cinematography, a great story, and wonderful music. And as I'm thinking about it right now, that ending just still shocks me to this day. Incredible film. I highly recommend Whiplash. It is my number 10. Number 9. Now, I didn't know much about this story going in, and I wanted to keep it that way when I saw Foxcatcher. I don't follow sports very much. I honestly don't care about sports as much as I did when I was a kid, especially baseball. But I didn't know much about wrestling, but I love Bennett Miller. He has given us Capote and Moneyball, and now with Foxcatcher, he is 3 for 3 for me. He is one of the greatest living directors, and I'm so sad that this film is nominated for Best Director, but not Best Picture. It's like, Bennett, hey, your film, you directed it well, but your movie sucks because we didn't want to nominate it, fit it in maybe at 9 or 10. So ridiculous. The acting in this is incredible. Steve Carell, Channing Tatum, Mark Ruffalo, some of the best you're going to see. The cinematography, it's so shocking, it's so sad. If you don't know much about the story, stay that way. It's going to be more shocking when the ending finally happens, because I didn't know where this film was actually going to go. I didn't know the true story. I didn't know the real people. And because of that, this movie had more of an effect on me. I love the way the movie looked. I love the music. I was surprised that this movie has limited bad language in it. That was one thing that really shocked me. There wasn't a lot of bad language that I remember. But again, Channing Tatum is showing why he's turning into be a really amazing actor. He's great in this film. Steve Carell has never been this scarier in his entire life. He deserves to be nominated. I don't think he's going to win, but this is an incredible story, incredible sports drama. I loved the wrestling in this movie. I loved, I don't know, I just loved everything about this film and how shocking and sad it was, and just how much it left an impression on me. This is an incredible film, and it should be nominated for Best Picture. Number 8, A Most Violent Year. Now, this film I just saw recently, and it just pains me to say that the Academy has totally shunned this film. J.C. Chandor has created an amazing crime drama that doesn't rely on dumb action, dumb acting, dumb special effects. He has tried to make this as realistic as possible, and he's done an amazing job. The acting by Jessica Chastain, Albert Brooks is incredible, but it's a shame that I can't say. I want to say that, you know, Oscar Isaac, I'm so happy that he got nominated, but he did not get nominated for this movie, and it's a crime against nature, against movies, against life itself, that Oscar Isaac gives one of the best performances of his life, and watching him in this movie makes me excited that he's a part of Star Wars. This is a very challenging film. It's not an action movie, though there is some nice action set pieces, a great chase sequence. The movie is shot beautifully. It looks like 1981 New York, even though I've never been to New York. But they do an amazing job to capture the essence of the time. And this is one of the greatest crime dramas ever that doesn't rely on just dumb action. It really gives you great character development. You care about the characters, and you care about what's going on in this story. And I just love this film. I love the way this movie made me feel at the very end. The music, the cinematography, the writing. J.C. Chandor is another great director that is 3 for 3. Margin Call, All Is Lost, and now A Most Violent Year. I can't wait to see what this guy comes up with next. Incredible filmmaking. You should check out this movie. Number 7, we've got pretty much the best action martial art movie of the year, The Raid 2. Now, The Raid 1 was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I liked the style. I liked what they were going. It was simple filmmaking. At the same time as it wasn't that simple. It was simple storytelling, what I meant to say. But when it came to the filmmaking and the action, it was pretty incredible to watch. But the story left me kind of like, well, it was okay, whatever. But with The Raid 2, I was just with this all the way. I got a chance to see this where there was a Q&A with the composer of the film, the director, and the star of the movie. And I can't wait to see what comes from this filmmaker next. I hope they make Raid 3, but I would love to see him have the chance to make an American movie, studios. Give him the money, leave him alone, and let him make some of the best action movies. Because it's so funny that we're getting some of the best action movies, not in America, but from Indonesia. And I'll tell you, this has the best car chase sequence ever shot. I know it's a bold statement. I love what's in Terminator 2. But in Raid 2, there's this amazing, elaborate car chase sequence that you've never seen before. The camera work, the action, I just absolutely love this film. It's a great action movie, and I didn't mind that for 2.5 hours I had to read subtitles. I was so into the story, so into the action, so into the whole performances by everybody involved that I didn't care that I had to follow along and read. And this is just an amazing film, and I hope more people get to see it now that it's available online, on Blu-ray, because it didn't really get a proper release. It should have. And it also is a foreign language movie, which means it should have been nominated for Best Foreign Language Movie at the Oscars. Shame on you, Oscars, for not giving this action movie that actually is a great film a chance. Shame on you. Number 6. I think this might be the best independent film I saw all year. Blue Ruin. This film reminded me of the great films of the Coen brothers, like Blood Simple, Miller's Crossing, Barton Fink. It just reminded me of what came from those guys and what they're still making. You know, those guys are great directors. This is a director that I never heard about before. Still don't know his name, and I'm sad about that, though I know it's his second film. But this is a movie that tackles so many interesting themes about revenge, about justification, about sacrifice, and just about, you know, I don't know, getting the job done in the most awful way possible. And who's right? I mean, who's right and who's wrong in this situation? Who knows? But this was an amazing looking film, an incredible director growing out right here, and I hope that he'll have the opportunity to further his career, make some more independent films, but I would hope that Hollywood would give this guy a chance. Or girl, I can't remember who directed this film. But anyways, an amazing, crazy revenge drama that felt real and viral, vivid and emotional. I mean, this is the star. There's no stars in this movie at all. There's not a single star in this film, and that's what made it so much more important and real. That you really get into the story. And I'm still shocked, and I'm in shock and awe about this movie. And I'm sad that I don't own it on Blu-ray yet as I do this video. I need to find it on Blu-ray and own it. Blue Ruin is one of the best crime revenge films ever made, and one of the best, if not the best, independent film I saw this year, 2014. Number 5. I just bought this movie on Blu-ray, and I'm so happy I saw it again. I love this movie. It's Nightcrawler, another film that the Academy gave it a few nominations, but Jake Gyllenhaal, who deserves to be nominated, if not win, for Best Actor. His performance is mesmerizing, it's crazy, it's insane. There's one moment where he's laying out his plans to Rene Russo, who's also amazing in the film, and I believe the wife of the director of this movie. When he's laying out his rules, when he's got his plan thought out, and he's just going into all the terms and details that he wants for his new company, because he's really the ultimate supplier of all this amazing footage to this news corporation. When you're watching that scene, I'm watching that scene, and I couldn't help it. It's like, this is the reason why he should have been nominated and maybe even won the Oscar. It's a beautiful shot film. LA has not looked this good since Drive. And I think this is a first-time director, even though he's worked in the business with his brothers. This is the Gilroy brothers made this, wrote, directed, produced, and edited. And I think it's all nominated for many awards. But anyways, an incredible film that I highly recommend, that if you have not seen Nightcrawler, rush out and just buy it on Blu-ray. It's one of the best films of 2014. Love it. Great performances by everyone involved. Bill Paxton's amazing. And this guy, Riz Mahad, I think it is. He was great as supporting role as well. Just an incredible film that if you have not seen it yet, you're really missing out on one of the best films about Los Angeles, the best films about the media, and tackles many other ideas from there. Absolutely love Nightcrawler from this last year. Great film. Number 4, The Imitation Game. Now with this film, I never really was impressed with the trailer. I kind of got tired of it. I remember seeing a movie about this subject matter, Enigma, a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and I didn't know what to make of it. I was kind of, I don't know, it was really weird, and I didn't like some of the dialogue that was in the trailer, especially with Keira Knightley. But I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I love Charles Dance. I really love Keira Knightley and the rest of the cast of the movie. So again, I wasn't too excited to see this film, but after walking out of it, I was completely moved by everyone's performance. Keira Knightley deserves to be nominated. Benedict Cumberbatch, who is a great actor that I've only known for a few years now, thanks to The Hobbit and Star Trek. This is his best performance to date. I haven't watched Sherlock yet. I'm still going to try and get around to watching that. I love the subject matter of this movie. I love stories about World War II, and this whole idea of this guy who created this machine to win the war. And there's also some underlying subject matter about his personal life that I thought was really interesting, and I don't want to spoil it here. I really want to spoil it here. I want people to go see this movie if they have not seen it yet. And when I saw this film, I remember turning to my friends and I was like, this is the front runner to win Best Picture. For me, this is the film that I would vote for if I could vote for Best Picture, even though I had seen some other movies that I'm going to get into in a little bit. But I just remember watching this, like the Academy, they love movies like this. And if this movie wins, it totally deserves it. But now with all the other films that are nominated, I don't think this movie has a chance. But I would love to see The Imitation Game win for Best Picture. It's an amazing film that has amazing character development. And the fact that it's true even makes it more special to me. I was extremely moved by this film. I loved the story, the background of some of these characters we get to know. I never felt lost, and I really enjoyed how this movie kind of wraps up and tells you what happened to these people in the future. And just an incredible film that I can't praise enough. The Imitation Game is my number 4 pick because it deserves to be there. It's an incredible film. And it was really tough because the top 4 films all deserve to be number 1, in my opinion. All right, number 3, the best genre film and also the best film I saw last summer. Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember when the trailer came out for this, I was like, what the hell is this crap? Marvel's just trying to cash in on all the fanboys and people that just probably go see the Marvel movies and that's it. And I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm almost quite tired of the comic book genre. I'm kind of getting burned out. So I didn't really have the greatest attitude, even though I love James Gunn. I love what he did with Slither and Super and where he came from in the past with Trauma. And the cast looks great. Chris Pratt and the voice work of Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel. I am Groot. So I guess I maybe went for the way the cast, and it did look good from the trailer, but I didn't know what to make of it. I remember watching the trailer going, I don't know what this is going to happen, and so I saw it in IMAX 3D, and after walking away from that film, this was a film that I know if I saw at a young age, it would be a film that I would say, this is the reason I love movies. I know some films when I was a kid, like E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark and Star Wars, were some of the reasons why I still love film today. And I think people who saw this movie, young kids, boys and girls who saw this movie, I'm hoping that this will be the film that 20 years from now, if they're filmmakers or vlogging or talking about movies, they can say, Guardians of the Galaxy was the reason I love film. It's an incredible film that has great special effects, great makeup effects, great characters. There's not a bad note in this entire film. I didn't see a single reason to not like this film, not for me at least. I think this is perfection for this genre. It's one of the best comic book movies, one of the best superhero movies. It's not a superhero movie. One of the best special effects movies. One of the best science fiction movies I've ever seen in my life. And it was just so entertaining. I saw it twice. I have the Blu-ray. I can't wait to watch it again. I want to see it with the commentary. And after watching this, I was like, oh my gosh, Star Wars has stiff competition now. I don't know. I'm hoping that Star Wars can beat this movie. A friendly fight, not an angry fight, a friendly fight, because Star Wars is an incredible film on its own, and I'm looking forward. I mean, the Star Wars universe is incredible on its own, but now we have Guardians of the Galaxy, and I can't wait to see what comes up next. Hopefully they won't ruin it. This is going to be. I'm looking forward to the Empire Strikes Back of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. That's what I'm looking for. Incredible film, best summer movie I saw last year. Number 2, man, I was going back and forth between this one and my number 1, but number 2 is Birdman. Michael Keaton has been an amazing actor for 1,000 bazillion years, and finally he has gotten the respect he deserves, got an Oscar nomination. I really hope he wins. I would love Eddie Redmayne to win too, but Michael Keaton gave the performance of a lifetime. I love how this film feels like one shot, one continuous shot, even though it is edited together. Cinematography will probably win for best cinematography. The direction by Alejandro Arietu, some of the best reasons why he is one of the greatest living directors, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with next year with Leonardo DiCaprio. What else I can say? The acting by everybody involved. I love the theater. I love seeing behind the theater. This is probably one of the best examinations of that, and one of the best examinations of a character and the problems the actor and his issues and problems with life and dealing with reality and fantasy. And this is a great movie that examines also superhero movies and where we are today in the business. So perfection. What more can I say? This movie is incredible. It's a film that I've seen twice, and I've gotten so much more out of it. Even though I don't fully understand the ending, I don't care, because it's the journey that is so memorable and magical and wondrous and exciting and fresh and new to go to the theater and see something original. I believe this is original. Isn't it nice to go see something original in the movie theater? And also something as incredible as this. Michael Keaton, I really hope you win. It's going to win multiple awards, but it would be great to see Michael Keaton win for Best Actor. Great film, Birdman, one of the best films, second best film of 2014. All right, yeah, it was really tough to figure out which really was my favorite movie of the year, but I've come down to it. Here it is. This movie moved me when I saw it at the AFI Film Festival, and I'm thinking about it right now, and I can't wait to pick it up when it gets released on Blu-ray. The film is Still Alice. Now, this movie stars Julianne Moore, Kristen Stewart. Can't believe it. She gave an amazing performance, too. Alec Baldwin, and many more. I can't remember everybody right now, but it's what I remember most about this movie is how much I was moved by Julianne Moore's performance, and she should win the Oscar. She's going to win the Oscar. If she doesn't, it'll be a crime against humanity. She gives the performance of a lifetime. I was so saddened by her situation, her character situation, and her drive to beat the disease. And there's a performance in this movie where she knows that she's slowly losing her mind, and she's asked to give her a speech of some kind. And to see Julianne Moore go through that performance and get emotional but control it at the same time, you could see that she's also the character's trying to control the fact that she's forgetting things. Just moved me, and that sealed the deal. When I saw that scene, I was like, this is the best movie of 2014. I don't think there's anything going to change it. Even though I was contemplating with the other films that I just mentioned, I was definitely sure that this was my favorite movie and the best film of the year. One more can I say? Alec Baldwin's great. Kristen Stewart, who would have thunk? Kristen Stewart, given a great performance, even though she seems like she's kind of playing herself, but she's doing it in a very honest and believable way, not like some other things I don't want to get into in this video. What more can I say? It tackles an amazing, scary disease that could hit anybody at any time, and something we can all agree with. This is, again, probably one of the scariest movies I've ever seen because it's so human. It's dealing with reality, not fantasy, and it's dealing with Alzheimer's disease that has affected everybody's life, whether it's a grandparent or a parent or a friend. And this movie made me think a lot about that. And again, it's also a great piece of entertainment because of the great acting and the great relationship. There's a great relationship between Alec Baldwin's character and Julianne Moore. You really believe that they're husband and wife, and the family unit in this movie. And I do want to mention the music in this movie. I don't know who wrote it, but it was incredible. I loved the music in this film. I loved everything about this movie. What am I saying? The direction, the writing. I know this is based on a book that I would love to read someday. It definitely motivated me to read the book. And it's also amazing, the filmmakers. There's two filmmakers, and I believe one of them is stuck in a chair for the rest of his life. And for them to come together and collaborate and make a film like this is just a marvel in itself. And that's why I pick Still Alice as the best film of 2014. All right, everyone, this is my opinion. What's yours? If you didn't see a movie in here that you loved, let me know in the comment box below. Also, if you did your own video and your own link, put down your own link to that video of your top films of 2014. I'd really like to see it. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to 2015. I'm also going to have lists for honorable mentions coming up, for best documentaries, and for the best worst films of 2014. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I am MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePile.com, and if you enjoyed this video, please click right here, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. In the meantime, I'm hoping you're having a wonderful year of 2015, whatever you do, whether you're watching movies or not. Enjoy your life, be passionate about something, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Peace be with you, my friends.